Digital Romance TV.
Hi, I'm Donna Barnes for Digital Romance TV. And in this clip, I'm going to talk to you about the single biggest mistake you can make when you're dating somebody. And that very simply is to not really hear what they say to you. And that really means thinking that you're different. When someone tells you something about themselves, believe them. It's about them. It has nothing to do with you. And we're also self-centered, really, in the sense that we take things personally and we think we're different. And especially when you have a real connection with somebody, you think that you're better and this is different than any other relationship they've had. But that's the thinking that will get you hurt. Give you a couple of examples. I had a client who came to me who was devastated that his girlfriend was cheating on him. But when I started talking to him, he told me that when they first met, she said to him that she'd never been faithful to anybody. And I asked him why he thought that he would be different. And he said, well, we had this great connection, and she told me she'd never felt that way about anybody else before. But she wasn't talking about in her relationship with him. She was telling him something about herself. But he didn't hear it. And then he got really hurt. And I could give you countless examples of that exactly. So what I'm trying to say to you is when someone tells you something about themselves, it's about them. It has nothing to do with you. Don't think, oh, but I'm different and they'll be different with me. No, they won't, because it really has nothing to do with their partner. It's their own issues and what they're capable of. I had another client who was dating somebody and she wanted to see more of him. And when she told him that, he said to her, oh, well, I'm not good at relationships. And she said, well, why don't you let me be the judge of that? Not hearing him. So they continued to date and nothing changed. And then she called me all frustrated because she thought that they'd had this great conversation. And I said to her, no, you didn't hear what he said. Just because you told him that you'd give it more of a chance didn't mean that he said that he'd change. He told you he's not good at relationships. That has nothing to do with you, and you can't change that. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say is you cannot change someone else. They have to recognize that they need to change, which is the biggest hurdle. Most people don't. And then they have to want to change. So when someone tells you something about themselves, believe them and don't think, oh yeah, okay, well that was somebody else. He or she didn't care as much about that person. No, they're giving you a clue to what their issues are, whether they know what they are or not. So you can really save yourself an awful lot of heartache if you hear what the person you're dating is saying to you and take it to fact. Take your ego out of it. Do not assume that you're different. It's not about you. It's about them. So if you listen, then you won't get hurt. I'm Donna Barnes for Digital Romance TV.